Coach, welcome back, my friend, to BetMGM tonight. Straight away from me, let's talk a little NFL. I am fully invested in the Cincinnati Bengals offense, really firing on all cylinders this year, especially if it's again a force to play in catch-up mode each and every week due to a leaky defense. Related, I bet yesterday right here on the show, Jamar Chase to lead all NFL receivers, including tight ends, in total receptions at 7-1 at BetMGM. I also have a ticket open on Joe Burrow to have the most pass yards again, because he did last year, at plus 550. Get both those booked at BetMGM. What's the ceiling, in your opinion, for the Zach Taylor bunch? And am I cashing in on those pair of bets? Again, Chase leading the league in catches and Burrow tossing the most pass yards this season.
They're wasting all this time with Trey Henderson not being in camp. So what did we see last year? They had many games where they scored over 40 and lost because they're always behind by double digits. So I love Jamar Chase because now he's at a point, guys, where he is legitimately, in my opinion, the best wide receiver in football. He got his bag. He got his money. He's happy. There is no more dissension in the ranks. But T. Higgins, he says, the years of just living in poverty on the franchise tag. How did I ever do it? But here's the bottom line. That there's now, and we just previewed it on our morning show on Amazon Prime, coaching company. And I said that in this particular division with Aaron Rodgers, Shadur Sanders, Joe Flacco, Lamar Jackson, the Bengals may not get out of their own division. It's that tough. It's going to be that highly scrutinized. So for me, what do? You do what Colin Cowherd taught me years ago. You play the hits, coach. You play the hits. And right now the hits are Burrow to Jamar Chase. That's how these defenses, they can't stop Jamar Chase. They've proven that. So to me, I love those two tickets because of the lack of defense.
Coach, we'd love to have you on more than once a month. And this is a perfect timing, man, because we got to recap SummerSlam. But I want to start actually with the St. Jude. I got 2 clicks. I played a little Sam Burns 40-1, and then I played Sam Burns top 20 plus 115. You're going to be at the event, covering the event. Right now, Scotty Scheffler, we talk about this every time you're on. We're not going to bet him at 3-1 to win the St. Jude Championship. But any early looks or anything that people should know if they are looking to get some action in on this weekend's event?
Yeah, so tomorrow on ESPN Plus, I actually host the betting. So we have a 3-hour brought to you by ESPN Bet. No, it's a different sports book, but we do it at all the big signature events every single year. I'll be doing the play-by-play 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. So as I was looking at some of the numbers, it's so weird, isn't it, guys, when you got 70 players? So to me, I like the limited field events, like the playoff events, because the numbers are spread out so that there's more money on other guys. I don't know that I've ever seen odds where you've got 3-1 on Scotty Scheffler and then all the way down to 16-1 for Xander Schauffele. He's the number 2. So to me, that says the sports books, obviously you can't bet on them. Ludwig is the 3rd betting favorite. So here's what I'm going to do. I went back and looked, and Victor Hovland has been playing pretty good golf the last 5 or 6 weeks. Last year at this course, he finished 2nd to Hideki Matsuyama. So what I would do is sprinkle a little bit on Victor to win, a little bit on Victor for a top 10, and then take tournament matchups and then round-by-round matchups. Because Victor, for whatever reason, when he gets to the playoffs, guys, he won $20 million as a FedEx Cup champion and dominated a few years ago, and then went out there and changed his coach for God only knows why. So for me, I want people to go back and look at leaderboards from the year before, then go to PGAtour.com and look at recent results. And then you go in, because right now, all the numbers work for me except for Scotty Scheffler. And I like Sam Burns, too.
Yeah, I love that look. I will tell you on that. And I'll be watching the coverage as well tomorrow. Can't wait. Any weekend with golf is always great, Coach. All right, Brad was right. I do got to ask a WWE question because me and my son, we were in attendance. We went to Jersey both nights. Not cheap, by the way, Coach, for SummerSlam. And you know how we have bad beats, obviously, bettors, right? Your team blows a 20-point lead in the 4th quarter. He had his first bad beat. He's a big CM Punk fan. He had the shirt. He had the signs. Punk wins the title for the first time in forever, beats Gunther, and then Seth Rollins' music hits. He cashes in the Money in the Bank, wins the title, and my son was in shock because we all thought Seth Rollins injured his knee on Saturday Night Main Event. and he was going to be out for, 6 to 8 months, I thought I heard. How does that go down, man? Like a work like that? Do you have any experience? I can't remember anything ever like it. I saw Bill Simmons on his podcast was like, I wish athletes could just injuries like that. But what kind of information do you have? Was he ever actually injured? Was it all just a work? Like, how does that go down?
All right, so it could be a couple of different things. I was actually privy because the old man Vince McMahon really trusted me. So I can't tell you all the stuff that I was in the room for, but I was in the room for a lot of it. I was on his private jet for a lot of it, and something like that I absolutely loved. I'm going to tell you why. Because the new breed, the new fan, we know it's fake. We know it's premeditated. I want to see on Netflix how the bread is made with the new show called Unreal. For Seth Rollins to do what he did, whether or not he tweaked it a little bit at Saturday night's main event or not, it was never really that injured. Something we didn't see, Ryan, for 3 weeks, none of him walking on the street, none of him working out at the gym, none of him doing any of that. When you're talking OG, the wrestling business is built on this: surprises, swerves, and making sure you keep it close to the vest. And he did that. He said there was only 2 people that even knew about it. And that was his wife, and then, of course, Triple H and maybe Nick Khan. But to me, you don't get that reaction if you're putting it out there going, Seth Rollins is walking around. Well, then when he shows up, okay, we knew he was around. And then when you throw in Brock Lesnar on Sunday night, when nobody had him on their bingo card, and I saw a lot of videos of kids like your son that were devastated. Because we've been waiting for a long time for CM Punk to climb the mountain, 46 years of age, his last title reign, which lasted about 2 minutes. So for fans of wrestling, this is what you want. You don't want to know. I don't want to know. I went bananas. I was doing a live watch-along. I've got a big wrestling show at SiriusXM. I was on there live. And to me, I don't know why fans, I've never understood it. And I was in the room, guys, years ago when Mick Foley and Linda McMahon were supposed to be a surprise. And it got out on the internet, and Vince, with venom in his eyes, looked at all of us in the room and says, you don't want to be in the room if I find out who leaked this to the internet. Because he cared about what we call kayfabe that much. Kayfabe meaning keep the secrets close to your vest. And that's what we saw at SummerSlam, which is why you got the reaction, Ryan, from people all over the world and in attendance like yourself.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, outstanding insights right there from Jonathan Coachman. It's tremendous, analysis to say the least. Yeah, keep it close to the vest. Don't be a blabbermouth is the bottom line when it comes to everything in the WWE business. Jonathan Coachman, you can find him everywhere. Host of Coach and Company podcast. He's got an Amazon Prime show. You can hear on SiriusXM and their wrestling content. Also follow him on X, would you kindly? At the Coach Rules. Again, on X, at the Coach Rules. Coach, the fantasy football masses and sports betting community both relish creative player props and markets that BetMGM offers. And one of those markets, both schools of thought are being maximized. Who do you believe leads the NFL in rush yards this year? Saquon Barkley a plus 250, Derrick Henry a plus 400, Christian McCaffrey a plus 750, Jonathan Taylor plus 850, or are you going further down the list? Who is your pick to cash in?
No. I'm going to Baltimore, boys, and I'm going to Derrick Henry. But I have kind of a different reason why. First and foremost, the defenses in the AFC South, AFC North, they suck. They're not any good. Cincinnati, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh, not any good. But I don't know if you guys saw this, but Derrick Henry was on the Dan Patrick Show. And come to find out, he's a huge fan of Adam Sandler. And so Dan Patrick says to him, if you lead the lead in rushing and go for 2,000 yards, I will get you in an Adam Sandler movie. All of a sudden, Derrick Henry sets up like, are you kidding me right now? Are you serious? Dan says, I'll do my part. You do yours. It's on video. It's on his show. So Derrick's like, I've never seen him so damn excited in my life. All of a sudden, he went out and started running that hill over and over and over again. So to me, the Baltimore Ravens have to play 17 games. They need the number 1 seed. They've got to beat the Bills and the Chiefs to get that first round bye. They need Derrick Henry to have a big time game every week out. I just don't think the Eagles care enough. And so if you're going to bet on Saquon Barkley, it's like betting on Scotty Scheffler. You don't need to do it. Last year, he could have gone for 2,300. He didn't care. It was about the Super Bowl championship. So go one step below. Give me Derrick Henry all day, every day.
Yeah, 4-1 odds. And again, you see a lot of the videos he posts on social media in the offseason. He does some freakish stuff in the gym.
He does.
He runs that hill, as you mentioned, but he has like this 300-pound chain that he wears on the neck, and he's doing like one-arm push-ups with that chain around his neck on a ball. It's just stupid, the stuff that he does.
Stupid.
He is superhuman. He really is. So, yeah, you shouldn't write him off, even though Father Time is undefeated. Probably a good year or 3 left in the ultra-carved one, Derrick Henry. Coach, we'll get you out of here on this. Give us one dark horse player in your mind, flying under the radar this season, who you feel is going to be the breakout boss or hoss of the NFL year. Maybe say the Bucky Irving of 2025.
I'm going to go, and normally you don't do this with the rookie guys, but when you look at the AFC South, potentially the worst division in all of football, and I've got my second-string quarterback out for the year, so there's nobody that Cam Ward is going to be looking over his shoulder at all. For me, he's not only going to be the rookie of the year, I think he's going to play great football because unlike a lot of rookies, guys, he's going to start from week number 1, game number 1, and he's also saying all the right things. So for me, I think there's a ton of value because, as you know, sports books like BetMGM, they never give a lot of value unless you're talking about rookie of the year race. But as far as offensive player, passing yards, passing touchdowns, usually the numbers are very, very, very low because rookies just don't play a lot or they're on a very, very short string. Not in Tennessee. I think he's going to be a great player, and I think he'll be a great player this year. I love Cam Ward.
Yeah, and I like the connection he's going to have with the Riddler, Calvin Ridley, as well.
Oh, I love Calvin Ridley.
Bounce back season. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a nice little scenario set up for him, playing from behind, likely in a lot of games there in Tennessee. The one, the only, the outstanding, and a man that matches my energy, which honestly, America is really hard to do. Jonathan Coachman, host of Coach and Company.
I want a weekly segment. I want a weekly segment, Brad. I want a weekly segment.
You name the day, my man, and we'll make it happen. Name the day. You're going to have to talk to our guy off the air and Brandon, who's working the board and producing tonight. We'll get that set up. We'll bring you on. We'll talk fantasy football. We'll talk sports betting. And I'm going to blow your mind as well with nothing but Illinois propaganda because my Fighting Illini are number 12 in the country according to the coaches poll. It's mind-blowing.
We'll talk Big Ten, no worries.
I love you.
I love you
Jonathan
guys.
Coachman.
I love this show. I love you guys. So I'm here every time. I absolutely love this show, and I know everybody else does too.